Hey everyone, it's Will, Gamer Dad, with another video for you. So, the good thing about having two manifest weapons at the same time to level up is that both of them get leveled up all at once without having to worry between switching between one and the other. Anyways, in this video we're going to take on Mariel's final battle, and don't forget, she does revive a total of 3 times, so you have to actually kill her 4 total times in order to actually win this particular battle. Now, if you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel, I really appreciate it. Also, I do have a Patreon account for those who want to support me this way. So, as usual, we're going to demonstrate 2 different methods to beat Mariel here. Keep in mind that even though she's really a non-type character, so to speak, she doesn't have any elemental attacks, she is still classified as a wind element 5-star. So, her only vulnerabilities for manifest battles in this case is either fire or wind, so very similar to AS Suzette. So again, we're going to use the same team as we did against AS Suzette, and we're going to go with a pure fire DPS team. If you haven't caught that battle against AS Suzette, definitely check that out. I just uploaded it a little while ago. Anyways, so we established Fire Zone right off the bat to help boost our AF bar. You can see I didn't really start with any. Now, one downside is that even though we're having Fire Zone, it does enhance her Holy Burst as well, so bear that in mind when you do take the hit. However, the Burning Shield also protects against her attack, so even though she's considered non-type, her attack is actually all 4 elements, so any elemental shield will protect again. And of course, if you're using Seti, for example, you do have the int down plus the type resistance shield for him with the manifest weapon when you do Vigilant Lance. And of course, what we're doing is we're doing as many fire attacks as we can so that we boost AS Garyu's int so that his damage does more. And of course, being that AS Renri carries the team with both her DPS and the fact that she guarantees crits when she sets up her Blazing Dance, then X Burning, then Blazing Dance again. If you don't really understand her mechanics, feel free to check out my 5-star review about her as well. I would say she is definitely among the top DPS characters for fire in the game, and she fits her roles very well in fire slash, so that means she works well in slash zone, and so on and so forth. I think moving forward, you really want every team to have at least a critical setter, a poison or pain setter, and then that way you can use your pain and poison Grasta without any fear. In this case, like I mentioned in my other video, I don't have any pain or poison setters on this fire DPS team, but that's okay. We can just use pure DPS to out damage Mariel. So bear in mind that she does definitely cast Aurora Force, and then she also has her VC, which gives her 35% type resistance, so you're just going to have to punch your way through her damage. And so, with the crits, obviously it does a significant amount of damage, and if you don't have enough shields up, you can see that it can easily add up to multi-thousands of damage with her AoE Holy Burst, such that your team can actually die. Like, I didn't film 1 or 2 of my tries where I kind of forgot to put an int down or multiple shields up, and I think she hit everyone for 4k, so that wasn't very nice. For, a healer who's supposed to be a pure High Priestess, she really deals out the damage. Not very nice at all. Okay, so we're just going to AF here, and I think this is the last life she has. So I think she's revived herself 3 times, and we're just going to kill her and keep on beating her down. And I know it's a little bit of an overkill, but let's be honest, we like stacking up the combo meter, we like stacking up the damages, and so on and so forth. Bear in mind that the damage obviously gets reduced once she's actually dead because all her debuffs kind of remove, and so you don't get the benefit of having all those stacks and debuffs on her. Alright, so there you go. I think the main strategy is, as long as you have type resistance up and int down, you really won't have too much of a problem with Mariel. It's just the battle itself seems to be a lot longer than usual, being that she can revive herself a few times, which essentially means 3 HP stoppers. I mean, if you use an AF, it won't kill her off in one shot. So keep that in mind. So I guess it gives you a little bit more strategy to kind of think about when taking on the manifest battles. And to be honest, I don't mind that one bit, because we have unfair things such as zones and crazy amounts of damage. So it's only fair that the enemies also have access to those kind of things as well. There you go, 100 stones, gold badge, and the upgraded sanctuary. Nice.
Stop flexing, Dad.
Okay, so those who have already caught my AS Suzette fight will recognize the loadout here. I didn't switch any Grasta between the first and second battles. And I will say that definitely if you have the chance to grind for those VC Grastas, that is at least 10 tomes to get the OG version, and then you obviously go to the Cat Shrine present to burn the books and to upgrade them, I would highly recommend it. It enhances a lot of VC such that a lot of those debuffs or buffs last for 2 turns instead of 1, and it really comes into handy by increasing the base stats of your characters as well. Now the 3DC ones are a little bit harder for the AS ones, of course. Okay, so again, in the second example of the battle, we're going to go wind against her because, like I said, you can either use fire or wind, or I guess non-elemental. But I mean, the manifest weapons for Elga and Renri haven't come out yet, so we can't really use those yet. That being said, I tried to not use a zone in this case, but I am using a fully decked out AS Suzette with her upgraded weapon. So you can see that in the short AF there, her stacks don't go away with Exquisite Blossom. And so that is one of the enhancements that she gets as a manifest weapon. Okay, so the reason why I started off with that is that, remember, in this battle, she starts off with Aurora Force right off the bat, which halves your damage by 50%, right? So you really want to get as much damage as possible. Note that even with Forefather, you still took quite a lot of damage. So we're going to VC Mariel back in. I mean, the good thing about Mariel over some of the other fights is she doesn't do back-to-back-to-back attacks. She usually does, shield, then attack, then another shield, which is VC, then her Holy Burst again. She does actually have a physical single target attack. So if you do use mana as your strategy, bear in mind that if you do int down and power up, her one smack of her staff can kill a character. I mean, it won't be demonstrated here because I think when you kill her off, it actually interrupts the cycle such that she might reset. So not 100% sure on that, but I did do this battle twice and I didn't see her swing her staff even once. That being said, we don't really want that anyways, right? So we're going to VC back Morgana, and as soon as we have half a bar, we're going to activate it anyways. So there's her VC there, 35% type resistance. So essentially the whole battle is a shield up. Now, I did try some strategies using mana to remove it, so you can use that as well, especially if your DPS isn't as strong as some characters, or if you don't have a lot of power. So you can remove that if needed. It's just that she shields every couple of turns, so it might be quite cumbersome to remove those shielding over and over again. Now, if you noticed, even though she dies and revives, all our debuffs that we applied to her stays, which is great. That means we don't have to apply except that when they fade every 3 turns. And you can see that Exquisite Blossom just landed a quad hit there and over half the life of the regen or, Mariel. Man, if the OG Mariel could bring herself back to life just like the AS one, that'd be amazing. Okay, so again, without too much shielding, you can take over 2,000. And again, I will emphasize that is with Forefather doing the int down 25% with the with a Claude attack. And I guess in terms of using Claude over AS Claude, that is one of the major advantages. His Forefather really helps slow down the pace of the fight by debuffing, and a lot of times, like in both examples of battles, I try to show one pure DPS attack and then one more defensive-minded attack so you can try to outlast the enemy and kind of outmaneuver the boss. And especially in the early to mid game, if you don't have a lot of powerful characters, unfortunately, defense is the way to go until you can, find an opening to do a significant amount of damage. So I do apologize that the battle is a lot longer. I mean, after all, you do have to kill her 4 times. As a cat lover, I'm surprised she doesn't have 9 lives. Alright, so again with the Miracle Punch, we also have High Wind Booster, and we ended the battle there. Finally killed her 4 times, so that's very nice. Okay, so in just a moment, we're going to bring out the loadout here. Most of them just have elemental wind Grasta, so no pain or poison, being that at this moment I don't have Felmina. And so if we have Felmina as a pain and poison center, then I would put some pain or poison Grasta on all the wind members of my team to enhance the damage. As a stand, all we can use is the Sweet Tooth one on Suzette, which is like, I really do like her kimono. She is really enhanced as my waifu status now. And there you go, Claude. We didn't really use Mariel here, although, hey, the healing really does help a lot. And again, I will do a 5-star review of her sometime in the next couple of days. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.